When I was younger, I definitely wasn't that aware of how their life was when they were younger, living in a divided Germany. Both of my parents grew up in East Germany when the wall still existed, and they did not really have the chance to travel a lot. They were able to go into Russia and everything east of East Germany. So maybe that is something that I took away from that it's a privilege to be able to travel and see places that my parents weren't able to see maybe. My first international travel began when I was 11 years old. CISV stands for Children International Summer Villages, and it's a US-American woman. She found that with the thought of trying to promote world peace and building global friendships all over the world in a very young age to prevent hate towards other countries. A summer village is basically a 4-week-long camp in different parts of the world. When you apply for CISV, you can select if you want it within Europe or worldwide or stay in your home country. But I selected worldwide because I think I wanted to see something different. I don't quite remember when I was 11 years old, but the options I think was the US, so Miami, Ohio, where I ended up going when I was 11, and different parts of the world, but it sounded really cool, so I selected worldwide. You play games all day long, you try to communicate with hands and feet because no one really speaks English. You spend those 4 weeks doing that during your summer with other kids from all over the world. One of my best friends today is actually a girl from Brazil who I met during that camp. Her name is Luisa. I remember my leader saying that we were like sisters during those 4 weeks. And I don't remember the first encounter we had, but on all the photos, we played every single game together where we could choose our partner. There was one photo where I have blinds on and Luisa is leading me over, I think it's stairs or something that I had to climb over without having vision. And we met in the beginning of this year again after not seeing each other for almost 10 years. And it was great. We met in New York City because she was there with her mom and she studies in Sao Paulo, where she's from, but she was in New York and I saw it on social media, so I texted her and reached out and then we met. And it was awesome seeing her again. One of the values that CISV stands for is friendship, and I think that is something that our team embodies very well. We're 24 players and I feel like I could have breakfast with each one of them and we would have an awesome conversation. I love every single one of them, so I think friendship is like an overarching theme of our team. It also stands for inclusiveness, and I feel like when I came here, there were a lot of, I don't remember the exact number, but a lot of international players. So we all came from different backgrounds, and even though most of us came from the US, still from very different parts of the US, and this country is big. So we all really had different backgrounds, but I feel like integrity and definitely also respect towards each other is very important and something that our coach really implicated into our culture, and that captains, but every single player on our team always tries to embody. I think at this point I can say that I have 2 homes. One home very far from my original home, that is Hamburg. The college campus really isn't that big compared to other campuses, but it is my second home, and maybe it is really closely connected to my teammates and to my very close friends that I made here. The settings are definitely very different. The US culture is so different from the one that we have at home, but maybe because it is so different is a way that I was able to accept it as my second home. But every time I go back to Germany, I'm incredibly excited to come back, but every single time I come back here, I have the exact same feeling. I think international experiences and friendships made me a more well-rounded person because I got to know different cultures, different people from different countries, and looked at their points of views that they have on things and had to be more open towards them to get to know those people more. So that is definitely something that has shaped me and is still shaping me.